Eight important questions, conversations you must have with any man you are dating. Yes, darling. Often and often people ask me the same question. Mommy, please, what are the questions that I need to ask this man? My dear, if you are young, single, searching, dating a man, please pay attention to these eight questions. Do your best to ask him all these questions. Remember, during the time of dating is time for interview, not for intercourse. Know him very well because this is the man you want to spend your lifetime with. So don't joke with this question. Grab your pen, grab your paper, and let's journey together. Number one, what is your love language? Yes, darling. May I tell you that why many marriages are struggling today is not because that the man or the woman doesn't love the spouse, but because they are not speaking the love language of each other. Please, if you are dating a man and this man wants to marry you, do your best to read this book together, these five love language. It will help both of you. It talks about physical touch. There are men that their love language is just for you to be touching them. Just the moment you are touching them, kissing them, romancing them, all these things, my dear, is very important. I'm not saying you should do it when you are not married, but know if that is his love language. Two, there are men that love acts of service. Yes. Three, there are men that love words of affirmation. They always want you to appreciate them, to affirm them. Four, there are men that love quality time. No matter what you are doing, they want you to be around them. They want you to always hang around them. Five, there are men that love gifts receiving. So you must learn his love language. But most importantly, know that love language can change when someone is young or when someone doesn't have children. Like there's something that he may call his love language, but as time goes by, they will change their love language. So do your best to ask him this question: what is your love language? The truth is this: if you have a man that love gifts receiving as love language, but you always want to stay around with him, give him quality time, he may feel like you are not speaking his love language. And he also needs to know your own love language in order to speak your own love language. Do ask him this question. Number two, do ask him these questions. How do we handle in-laws and relatives? Yes. Don't ever assume or think or enter into marriage without discussing this. Yes. There are men that believe that, oh, if I marry you, my mother will come and live with us, my brother and my sister will live with us, or my cousins may live with us. Or secondly, there are men that don't want any in-laws in their homes. They want them to visit but not to live. So for you, you may feel like, oh, if I marry, I will bring my mother into his house and my mother will live with me. Nothing wrong with your mother living with you, but make sure that you discuss this with him before marriage. Because if you are hoping like, oh, when I marry, my younger sister will come and live with us, my elder brother will be in my house to go to school, and my middle sister will do this in my house, he may not like the idea. Or he may like the idea, but make sure you discuss how to handle in-laws. Is very, very important. Number three, do your best to discuss about finances. There are men that don't care about your finances. Yes, any amount you are making, they will just tell you keep it for yourself, use it for your makeup, use it for your monthly allowance, just keep your money for yourself. But there are men that even if you are making $0.0000001, they want you to bring it on the table. Tell them how you spend every money you make. So sit down to discuss about finances. What kind of investment do you do as a family? What kind of savings do you engage in? How do you save? Discuss so many things so that your finances will not cause problem in your marriage. Because I have seen some ladies that feel like, oh, I am the one working, it's my money. When I marry, I have to control my money. I have to use my money anyhow I want. My darling, It is not true for every man. Some men will tell you use the money to invest in yourself. Like they don't care about what you do with the money, in as much as you look good, you take care of yourself, you invest yourself, you don't ask them for money. But some men will want you to bring everything you made on the table. So do your best to discuss money matter and financial issue with him when you are dating him. Another question you must discuss with this man as you are dating him is spiritual matters. Yes. What does he believe in? What is his belief about spiritual things? For example, if this man is not in the same church with you, ask him which church should we go after marriage? Yes, which church should we attend after our marriage? May I tell you that I have seen family, beautiful couples, but what separates their marriage is church. The woman said, I will never change my church. The man said, you must follow me. That a woman is supposed to follow the husband. But guess what? The woman have decided over her dead body to change her church. My dear, ask him, which church do you want us to attend? If the man is not from the same church with you, if the man is not from the same church with you, ask him his belief. There are some churches that not believe in Holy Spirit. If he's not a person that do not believe in Holy Spirit and you believe in Holy Spirit, it will be a very big problem. There are some churches that not believe in speaking in tongues. Yes, if you believe in it and he does not believe in it, or he believe in it and you does not believe in it, it's a very big problem. There are churches that not believe in fasting. Yes, they see fasting as something whatever they might think of. Do you understand? Little things, because don't tell him, oh, I am fasting today, as a result of that you will not sleep, and he asks you what does that fasting mean. Like, do your best to discuss spiritual matters. Don't ignore it, especially if this person is not from the same church with you. If the person is from the same church with you, the case is a little different. But if the person is not from the same church with you, discuss every church matters with him. Don't ignore spiritual life. Another thing you have to discuss with him is your career. Yes. Don't say, oh, of course he knew that I don't love staying at home. Of course he knew that I am educated, I am PhD holder, all this is. Discuss with him. What is your plan for you about my career? Yes. Some men will tell you, oh, when you marry, you have to work at home. I will establish business for you. I don't want you to be working in that company. I don't want you to be doing this. Don't assume that he must allow you to be working where you were working before he married you. My dear, sit down and discuss your career with him, or your business or your skills with him. Anything you are doing for a living now, sit down to discuss it with him. I have seen a situation where someone is a celebrity, she's an actress, but the moment she married, this man doesn't want her to act again. And this is what she studied in school, this is what she has been doing over 15 years of her life. So don't assume that, of course, she know that I am doing this. Discuss it with him. Don't ignore it. Remember, I said the time of dating is time of interview, not the time of intercourse. Another questions you must discuss with this man is, how many children should we have? Do you know why I am laughing? Men love children more than women. Yes. And if you definitely allow them, they will be pregnanting you every year. Yes, because they love children. Almost 80% of men love children more than women. So, as a young lady, don't assume or think like, oh, because I want to have 3 children or 2 children or 1 child, this man should allow me to have it. Sit down with him, ask him, darling, how many children should we have? If he said 4 children, ask him, what if there are 4 girls? Or what if there are 4 boys? What is your feeling? Some may say, I don't care whether they are boys, whether they are girls, in as much as you give me 4 children, I don't care. Some may say, if we have boys, you must give me girls. Or some may say, if we have girls, we must adopt boys. Like, Ask him how many children you want to have. Don't enter into that marriage thinking that you will stop whenever you want to stop. He may like children. I have seen somebody that the husband loves children so much that every year he is busy pregnanting this woman. Not that he's doing it in a bad way, but because he loves children. But this woman suffers a lot because she gave birth with C-section and all these things. So do your best to ask him, how many children should we have? How do we train our children? Yes, it's very important. The culture for training your children. May I tell you that I have seen families that say, oh, I don't have culture for training my children, they should live their life. And I have seen families that say, my children will never sleep over in anybody's house. My children will never go for holidays. My children will never live in school except when they are doing their universities. My children, like they have culture of training their children, so don't ignore it. It's very important. Another topic you need to discuss with him is about retirement. Yes, darling. I know as young girl you say, oh, big sister, why are you talking about retirement? I'm still young, but darling, time flies. Maybe now you're in your 20s, 30s, like you feel like I still have more 40 years. Why am I disturbing my life in my retirement? You need to talk about it now. Ask him, where do you want us to retire? Are we traveling or staying back at home? What do we do in our retirement? Like, know what the future holds for both of you. Don't just jump into marriage to realize that, oh, where I am going is not where this man is going. Because if two of you doesn't agree in one thing, my dear, it will be issue. Maybe in your retirement you want to travel and stay abroad to retire, but him, he want to just go back home to be doing his firm, or he want to go back home just to join his kinsmen in old people's meeting. Do your best to discuss your retirement with him. The last but not the least is, do your best to ask him, how do we handle conflicts? Yes. My dear, no matter how sweet your marriage is, a time in life there will be conflict. Yes, the conflict may be knowingly or unknowingly, but it's very important to ask him, how do we handle conflicts? There are some people that don't believe in bringing third party into their marriage issue. They always say our bed is our court. They settle it in their courts. And there are some people that any small thing, they will go and bring someone to settle it. So do ask him, how do we handle conflicts? I hope this episode bless you. Please don't forget to put in the comments any other questions you feel like we need to discuss when we are dating this man. And also put in the comments how this episode bless you, or anything you want to ask me more. Thank you so much and God bless you.